builds a temple to the hand that cleared the ground. Every border on the map was drawn in something I provided first. Every kingdom built on treaties born from satisfying conquest thirst. They call it civilization, art and poetry and law, raised on ground I cleared for them through an entirely different door. Gets the wisdom, gets the name engraved in stone, the strategy, the credit, and the very tasteful throne. She blueprints the cathedral and the chisel of face in gold. I'm the reason there's a foundation. That part doesn't get told. A hero ran his blade through something I won't name again, sold the teeth into the earth and raised the soldiers from the vein. City on the silence, called the slaughter destiny, even when the sword was me. The plow follows the sword, it always has, it always will. You praise the farmer standing where I broke the hill. The plow follows the sword, older than your oldest name. You prayed to me in the mud and carved another face to fame. Nobody builds temples to the actual bloodshed. Zeus nudged the door, more invite than decree. Daddy's always been uncomfortable with how much I remind him of me. Already in the neighborhood, Aphrodite runs a fine address. She says I'm on my knees for her. She's not wrong, but they're my knees, I choose my mess. Hell doesn't dress its violence up in philosophical pretense. The veterans filed as sinners, the soldiers shelved as damned. These aren't the guilty, these are the drafted. I'm reclaiming what I am. Camilla built a wall to keep her daughter's hall. The only one down me who had a reason what to tall. And somewhere in the city there's a soul with the philosophy, the quiet war, the one nobody arms for, takes more guts to me. The plow follows the sword, it always has, it always will. You praise the builder standing where I broke the hill. The plow follows the sword, older than your oldest shame. You needed me to clear the ground that never learned my name. Heaven built its golden house on everything I gave them first. Nobody builds temples to the actual bloodshed. And I'm home. There's a morning star down the road from here. Lucy, casually playing with squeaky things, calls it managing the centuries. I've watched 1,000 kings lose everything. Lucy took the duck. I'm not judging, I've held worse to get through a night. But I've stood close enough to feel what lives underneath the rust. You don't fall from heaven's favorite and lose the fire entirely. It's still there. Wrong shape, wrong room, wrong posture, burning in the wrong direction. And a god of war who sees that kind of fire sitting idle. That's the one thing in this whole dimension that sits wrong. Not pity, never pity, just the weight of knowing what it could have been if he'd let the war back in. What we could have done. The plow follows the sword, it always has, it always will. I finally found the field that always needed me to till. The plow follows the sword, hell knows the way this goes. They needed me, they've always needed me. At least now somebody shows. Nobody builds temples to the actual bloodshed. First time for everything. The sword found its field at last. Nobody builds temples to the bloodshed. I'll build my own. Smoke on the horizon, silence in the land. The gates are broken open, blood upon the sand. They said the faithful faded, they said the fire died, but there's a remnant rising. We still stand and fight. We feel the tremble underfoot, the sound of heaven drawing near. We grip the sword, we will not run. We were born for this right here. Hold the line, the king is coming. Trim your flame, let the watchmen cry. We were made for the storm and the shaking. We'll be standing when the trumpets rise. We don't bow and we don't break. We burn like oil on the altar flame. Hold the line, the king is coming, and he knows every warrior's name. The world has sold its birthright, bent the knee for gold, but we were marked by fire, not bought, not sold. We've wept through every midnight, wept through every lie, but still we carry glory, sealed behind our eyes. We hear the roar beyond the veil, the thunder of the horsemen rides. So trim your wick and raise your torch. This is the battle for our lives. Hold the line, the king is coming. Trim your flame, let the watchmen cry. We were made for the storm and the shaking. We'll be standing when the trumpets rise. We don't bow and we don't break. We burn like oil on the altar flame. Hold the line, the king is coming, and he knows every warrior's name. I saw the skies split like scrolls undone. The rider comes, crowned with the sun. His voice like thunder, his eyes like flame. The lamb, the lion, he calls my name. We held the line, though hell pursued. We fought as one, the brave, the few, and now he comes with heaven's roar. The king we waited for. Hold the line, the king is coming. Trumpets sound and we rise again. We endured, we kept the fire. Now we ride with the Son of Man. We don't bow and we don't break. We are the ones who held the flame. Hold the line, the king is coming, and he's riding in with our name. A moth in a fur coat thinks he invented lust, and an angel. You modern demons are so adorable. You play in the shallow end of the blood pool. Let me show you how the ancients drowned. I wore the stars before your skyline glowed. I paved the streets of Uruk, watch the way I stride the road. You got your pretty lights and your little velvet ropes. I had temples built of gold where empires hung their hopes. Look at this Valentino peddling his cheap disease. I spark the kind of hunger that brings titans to their knees. And Camilla hoarding metal like it makes her something grand. I started 1,000-year crusades with the motion of my hand. You separate the bedroom from the battlefield, I'll quit you. Draw a line between the little sinner and the saint. But passion is a double blade, it cuts right through the bone. Whether making love or war, you bleed for me alone. Because I am the sacred and I am the profane. I am the fever burning up inside your brain. You don't need redemption, princess, throw away the key. The only true salvation is surrendering to me. Wrap them in the silk, shatter it rule. Love is just a weapon, and devotion is the tool. Sweet little morning star trying to be kind, offering a band-aid to the beautifully blind. You want them to be better, you want them to be mild, but every soul down in this pit is my ferocious child. You tell them to say sorry and tell them to behave, while I tell them to take everything they ever dared to crave. Why put them in a pastel room and sing a little tune when I can make them howl like the wolves at the moon? You separate the bedroom from the battlefield, I'll acquaint you. Draw a line between the little sinner and the saint. But passion is a double blade, it cuts right through the bone. Whether making
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mythos Expedition 2. We have a Empyrean match between Tsukuyomi's Solace and Arimanius' Vermin. I am probably going to butcher that name a bunch. The two teams have been procrastinating. Actually, no, I should say Arimanius has been
late as fuck showing up. It's 20 minutes into the hour, and they just all got
okay, here. In their defense, they did say it was supposed to start at 10:15.
No, well, lies. Lies have been told. Lies have been spread throughout the server, obviously.
Yeah, and of course now they're immediately saying that they need 5 minutes before the start of the match, so things are getting even more procrastinated. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm surprised I'm not entirely certain why Darkstar's in, unless that.
Maybe it's just like a.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like a
that was actually a ringer that had been requested.
Looking at these teams, how do you think it's gonna go? You think it's gonna be a 3-0 situation? You think it's gonna be pretty even? What do you think?
The thing with Empyrean is that it's so hard to predict which team is actually going to try week by week. It's
yeah, like, we're too good to try, honestly.
A lot of the players in this division are doing this basically just for fun. A lot of them are in face it teams and that kind of stuff that they take much more seriously than this league. This is just a sort of side hobby to practice in their free time.
Yeah.
And but I
I don't know. I'm gonna put my bets on Solace. Tsukuyomi Solace. Yeah.
Oh no, the Vermin got they finally have the demon Yukaro in lobby, which means that their ringer Darkstar is fucking piecing out. 'Cause- yeah.
They got to be a ringer for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They didn't even get to play.
Yeah.
No action. Yeah, hopefully it's not a 3-0. I prefer matches that are more evened out. You know, they got like you don't know who's gonna win basically. Every team fight, you're like, oh shit, who's gonna make the changing play to win over this fight? You know, I
Yeah.
hope it's like that. You know, I hope it's not just like a clean stomp between one of the teams. You know, that's pretty boring most of the time.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I've really met any of these players. Sea Dog's looking familiar. That name looks familiar. Maybe Peacekeeper and the Door. I think I was in a few tryouts with them, but that's about it. The rest of these people, I don't know who the heck they are. I'll be
I've
honest.
seen several of these people, like Rat, the Door, Spasnik, Reality. Those I know those four have been in Mythos for at least the last season, if not Expedition Zero as well. The names on Tsukuyomis, though, are a little less familiar to me. Granted, I don't pay too much attention to
Yeah, like I'm a
Yeah.
shitter. I'm in the shitter ranks. I don't be paying
Yeah.
attention to what the higher ranks are doing most of the time. I'm too busy in my shit low, you know.
I know how the game is played at the higher tiers. I don't I don't pay attention to the players that are active.
Yeah, I try to watch a scrim or two whenever I can, but you know most teams are like, no, you can't watch, blah blah blah. They think you're an op or something, like a secret agent trying to get their plays. Like, no, buddy, I'm just trying to watch, you know. Not no secret agent.
You
Yeah,
know,
oh, guys, they're running this week. Watch out! Ooh. So some people they do that, which is a little crazy to me.
yeah, Yukaro is kind of the go-to whenever people are talking about DPS coaching in the server. Yukaro's kind of the like end-all be-all in that regard.
I might need to get some coaching from myself.
That dude has some sauce on DPS.
Oh, can't wait to see.
Yeah. But these are all like none of these players are bad. It's just who's going to be hitting their shots and play.
Oh, yep.
Our host is a chud, and we're on scrim code.
Oh, great. Just fucking great. Yep, can't forget about them bans.
There's no bans on first map. There's no bans on the first map.
Oh, shit. Okay. No bans? Well, I guess it's to see who they want to ban, you know? So,
Yeah,
that
no,
motherfucker destroyed us on that character. Ban
yeah,
him.
but also, yeah, and but again, yeah, there's this is scrim. This is scrim code. What are we doing?
Yeah, we've got this this nerd in the chat saying bans don't affect me. All right, we'll see about that, buddy. All right, let's see what they're running here. We got Mizuki, Kiri. Sea Dog hasn't picked yet. Doge, Junker Queen, and Genji. This is an odd team comp. But what do I know? I'm a silver. We got on the other team. We got Sojourn, Symmetra, probably just for the TP, honestly. Widow. Oh, never mind. Mercy, Malga, and Kiriko. Not sure how permanent that team comp is, but I guess we'll see. Oh, they're sticking with the Mercy here. Okay, interesting. Never really see Mercy being played like that around here.
Yeah.
Okay,
it would be,
great coming. See if anyone gets the early pick here. They're all playing pretty safe right now. Ooh, the Tracer almost getting the kill on the Genji. Fast though.
Genji manages to grab the health net though and wins the duel. Volvex hit the headshot.
Ooh, damn!
And
Taking down Vermin right now. It is not looking good for them. Ooh.
yeah, no, it would. I think it came down to a flex support or a flex DPS win on the coast, and then Volvex landing a headshot, and just that really put the nail in the coffin. You can come back from a 4v5, but once Volvex got that second pick, it was over.
Yeah, the Diva here. Such a waste of enough of the push on the Squishy, you know? Yeah, see, like, Jordan's really low. Ooh, the Tracer trying to pick on anyone here. Oh, Diva gets taken out. Unfortunate. He's low, but so is the Tracer. Here, they just have better sustain right now. The other team is a little bit all over the place. Doesn't really seem that they're focusing targets, but especially when you're playing a team, you're gonna have to call out who you're pounding on so you have to go to the next target, you know?
Yeah.
Right now it seems like the Diva's just going in alone half the time. Getting mech again. Ooh, unfortunate. Tracer slipping the fucking pulse bomb out of her pocket. It fell out of her pocket right there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Yukaro's trying to go for the deep flanks, trying to put some pressure on Solace's backline, and it's just not working because Sea Dog's just keeping him pinned down every time he goes for that push. It's just a flank DPS duel. The Diva doesn't have anyone to coordinate on the dives with if the Tracer's getting checked.
Yep. You're gonna have to switch to a different hero or start pulling through.
Yeah. But they do finally get the blink punch, but there's 10% left. Do they remember to touch? Reality's going for the touch, so they do manage to extend it. There are
sustained, but she died anyway, unfortunate.
And there are 5 ults waiting for Solace. There's
shut down with the Genji blade. Holy unlucky.
Yeah, Tracer's managing to stall the OT. Both rushes onto point. And again, the Diva just gets forced out. The beat to... Yeah, no. They shut down the OC, but do they remember to touch? Yes, they do for the time being.
It's crazy because Solace has been able to win without ult. Honestly, when they do pop an ult, it does not go well for them. But they're still
they had 5 ults going into basically overtime, and each one of their ults, aside from I think the hit or both of the DPS ults got shut down almost immediately, but they still won in spite of that.
Yep. Very interesting, but who knows, maybe Vermin can pull it back on this next round here.
I'll find my own path.
Maybe they're just warming up, you know, they're getting warm.
Just gotta get dialed in. Just... yeah. But again, this...
Walk in.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing a switch from Diva to Orisa. Let's see if they have any better luck on, you know, this tank than Diva, because they were getting shut down pretty quickly on the Diva.
When Spasnik had started on, I believe he was on Sojourn to start, but swapped off to the Cassidy fairly early on, like maybe a third of the way through the previous point. Yukaro again going for the Sim TP out the door.
Let's see if it gives them an advantage.
And they're also swapping to mirror the Mizuki instead of the Lucio, which seems a little counterintuitive considering they swapped off the Diva into the Orisa. The Orisa would benefit more from the speed.
Maybe they'll get the perk on Misty where it gives you that speed.
Yeah. And that's an early pick onto one of the supports, onto the Kiriko.
And
The Cassidy already putting in work.
that's good, that's good. Maybe the switch.
Good Suzu to save the Cassidy. He backs out. They have gotten a quick regroup, but points already taken by the Vermin.
Yeah, let's see if they win this team fight. Oh, they're all grouped up on that spot right there.
And the other thing is, Yukaro is on Reaper and not Tracer like he was last time. Yeah, the Cassidy is paying dividends.
Wonder how long before we see them focus him.
He is the most vulnerable member, and he chains the Queen, and Queen is just helpless.
Okay, Vermin's pulling through here. They're locking in. Pushing them all the way back, taking up all this space right now. Pretty good, looking pretty good.
Regrouping back to point, or at least to the high ground. Yep, Solace is rotating the other way. Sanctuary on the point. And they're able to get the flip, but there's no picks in either direction. The blade goes off. The blade hits one, gets two. And that's a team wipe.
Yeah, oh, the
But
blade
that is
coming
two
from
ults for
Radicata.
none. That's the important thing, is they got the point flip. They used two ults, but Vermin used nothing in that fight.
They have all their ults ready for the next fight. I wonder if they're gonna...
An early pick onto the other DPS.
Oh my goodness, this guy! Put him down, Venom!
The glorified solo ult onto the Queen with the Kitsune rush, and that's...
Only having to use one ult for this to win this team fight.
Let's
It's
get
looking
back
pretty
to
good
it.
for Vermin here, I'm not gonna lie. They haven't been ult dumping to win these fights. They're relying solely on, team play. Looking pretty good for them.
Yeah. Kara gets low, Wraith forced out. There's the Kitsune on the point, but the Noon...
High noon!
Bakovic shuts it down with the rail.
This is owning all. So they couldn't use
It-
the Kyrie.
It did work in that regard.
Yeah, honestly. Take a really back here. I wonder if this is gonna use his ult here or not.
Yeah.
Working out the Genji. Off his back on it.
Oh, Spastic just barely misses.
Oh, and he does it! And ooh, it's
The
pretty juicy.
massive ult combo. The Sanctuary to shut down the OC, and the Reaper Blossom to just zone them all away from the point.
That was great. Great ult usage coming from Vermin there, honestly.
Yeah, and that's second point going to them. We're going all the way to point 3.
I told you they would lock in.
Hello.
They have locked in.
Perfection. We build
They got
a
whipped
new
by their
world.
coach in between rounds or something. I don't know, but they locked the fuck in and they say, you know.
That's
what?
why Dark Star was there. That's why.
Yeah, it's like, all right, guys, this is what we got to do.
Had to briefly pull them all into the whipping chamber to get everything straightened out.
40 lashes for everyone.
How's it going? Ready.
All right, we'll see who's gonna win this round.
Yep.
Who are you betting on, Solace or
Visual
Vermin?
architect
I
always
don't know.
completes a
Judging by
task to
Vermin's last
perfection.
performance there, I feel like they might have this in the bag.
Yeah, it's definitely leaning a bit more in their favor. Kolvac swapping off of the Sojourn to mirror the Cassidy, which
See if he has
should
this
allow
problem.
them. Yeah, should allow them to apply a bit more consistent pressure. Cassidy headshots can absolutely tear people apart.
Yep.
TP out the door, back onto the Reaper for Yukaro.
All right.
So they're not changing that. And the biggest one is... Or no. Wait, no, never mind. I'm done. Ignore me. It's about to... I got the fucking teams mixed up with the tanks. That's right, Albert's been on the Diva the entire time. Unless I'm stupid.
Damn, they find a pick on Sea Dog. Unlucky. Now they're just falling apart.
Yep, Yukara on the flank, shuts down the Cassidy, and...
Hitting these shots, oh my god.
Yep. It does seem like, at least in this half, Vermin is making the first pick stick. If they don't get the pick, then the fights, if they don't get the first pick, they're still staying in, they're still making it contentious, but if they get the first pick, it's over for Solace.
On it with the team right now. Shout out to Vermin support right now. They have not been getting picked off early, and they have been getting their team back up as well. It's pretty good.
Again, Yukara going in with the shadow step and TPing back out. Just apply pressure to the back line. Hit onto point, matched by a sanctuary.
Sea-Dog finding 2, finds 3! Oh, and Albert coming up the tank. Damn, Albert and Sea-Dog just killing the whole team there.
1 for 1 on the support ults. I think that honestly goes a little bit in. Yeah, it's hard to call which favor that goes in, because now they sort of have inverse.
Oh,
yeah, you'd rather have the Kiri ult to attack here and the Sanctuary to defend, but they've got the Sanctuary to attack. The Blade.
Finding 2! Tuning up, finding reality. Unlucky, honestly.
Kara manages to avoid getting staggered.
By finding the first pick every fight.
Yep. They swap off the Orisa to match the D.Va. So now the only difference in the comps is the Reaper versus the Genji on Flex DPS.
Yeah. Which one do you think would perform better here, a Reaper or Genji? The Genji's been pulling weight on a lot of teams. But so is the Reaper, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah. I think the Reaper's doing a little bit more as it stands.
Ooh, Reaper finding it 3.
Yeah.
And the D.Va.
And again, it was another case of first pick wins, because Kolvex was the first one to get picked off. He used his Noon, they dropped the Sanctuary. Actually, I think they used the Sanctuary before he popped High Noon, which makes the Noon that much more confusing.
Yeah.
But they were able to shut him down either way. There's the Kitsune rush onto point. D.Va almost overextends. D.Va gets demech'd, but as the bomb...
Doesn't find anyone. Oh, but she swishes the Mizuki! But it doesn't matter. Her whole team's just dead at this point.
Yup.
Do they take it? Oh, they're able to find a touch! See if they can pull
And now it's just spam ult onto point until someone wins. And that looks like it'll be it.
Yep. Damn! Vermin winning the first map! Unexpected from the first round, how things went in the first round. But hey, man, you never know what's gonna happen. It's Overwatch, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's the compositional adjustments that really changed the dynamic.
Yeah,
swapping off the Tracer, swapping off the, I believe they were on the Sojourn at first.
Yeah,
that Blossom was massive.
Yeah, for real. They probably should have expected it, seeing as he was playing on that left side there.
Yeah, it was kind of telegraphed, but at the same time, when it pays off like that, it does not matter.
Sometimes the most obvious ults are what gets you to the win, you know? They're expecting it so much that they don't expect it. They're like, oh, he's gonna do it now, he's gonna do it now. Oh, no. Oh, and then he does it. And then boom, your whole team's gone. Just that expectation. They don't expect.
And now it is Solace's turn to pick the map and pick the first ban.
Who do you think they're gonna ban here? The Kree or the Reaper?
I think it depends entirely on what map they go to.
Or do you think they're
Because
just gonna pull a 180 and ban a tank?
yeah, they could go to a longer range map and just not have to worry because on longer range maps, Cassidy and Reaper sort of get neutered. They're not nearly as effective as they are on a close quarters
Mm-hmm.
control map.
Definitely,
They
yeah.
could just avoid that by going to a map that suits their playstyle more. That
Yeah,
suits that
if either of them have a nasty Ash or a nasty Widow, some of these maps could like really play in their favor. Holy
yeah.
shit. You do not want to go against a nasty Widow. It's impossible to play the game.
Yeah, and it's not like Vermin have bad DPSs. They could probably match them
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
not
the
that it's going
Genji
to.
on the other side was pulling a lot of weight, but like so was the McCree on the Vermin, you know? And the
Yeah,
Reaper
no.
getting the fat ults, just picking off people from the back line.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Spasnik doing a ton of work to get those first picks with the hit scan, and Yukaro forcing people out constantly, time and time again
Hmm.
on the
Hmm.
Reaper.
Yeah, so it's gonna be tricky to see who they decide to ban and what map they decide to pick, honestly.
Yeah, and it is map roster ban, so if they do decide to swap people around, they can do that after the map is selected.
Mm-hmm. Oof, looks like they're going to circuit. That is a very long range map, very long range friendly. So I guess we're gonna see if they have any snipers in them. Any snipers
Circuit
in
is not in the pool.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, I don't even know what the map pool is this week. I won't lie. What maps do they have to pick from? Is it
The escort maps are Havana, Gibby, and Shambali.
ooh, they might pick Havana
Yeah. Yeah,
if
that's
they want
probably
it.
the closest stylistically.
Yeah, honestly, if they want a circuit, they probably want to pick Havana. Both very long range dependent maps. Hopefully we don't see any snipes. God. Snipes are the worst. Especially a good Ash. Ooh. I personally, if I was in this game, I would personally pick Gibby or Shambali. I like
Yeah.
these maps a lot. But I also like
Yeah.
Havana, but not during scrims. Havana during scrims and during like these matches, absolute hell. But Gibby and Shambali, not too bad, not too bad. I like Gibby's high ground, you know, especially on the second point.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Gibby's good for dive teams. It is a dive friendly map.
Oh,
And
definitely.
considering that Tsukuyomi's was playing that Genji and Diva, I wouldn't have been surprised to see them go there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Their dive wasn't looking too great in the beginning when they started off on it. They couldn't find any picks, and they had to switch off the Diva and the Tracer.
So they pick Havana and then ban Widow, which is interesting.
Ooh, and then they banned Sig.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Arimanius bans Sigma. That
I was expecting the Widow ban. I don't know if that team even has a Widow, but I guess you can never be too sure because you definitely don't want to
yeah.
go against a good Widow on this map. You really don't.
I'm I'm just a little bit surprised that it was the team that picked Havana that was the one that banned Widow.
Yeah, like if you don't want a Widow, just don't pick Ivana then.
Don't go to a long range map. Like
But
if you
hey,
pick
who knows? Maybe
but
they got something planned.
yeah, maybe they got a strat.
I don't know, because I mean, we have Sea Dog who could honestly probably give the Widow some trouble, if anything. But I don't know, maybe they're not. that confident in it. Who knows? Alright, we'll see. We'll see. See what they decide to play on this map. I'm thinking they're probably going to play another Diva, probably. Or maybe even a Rhine. We might see a Rhine come out. But I guess it all depends on what these tank players play. Can't look at their profile, so I can't even see, but... Yeah, I would like to see a Rhine duel here. That'd be pretty epic. You could block a shatter better. Okay, both teams are looking ready. Excited to see what they play.
And here we go.
Alright, it's starting!
In we go on Havana.
Initiating match.
I would,
Havana.
if only there hadn't been a Widow ban, we could have said easily, there's going to be someone playing Widow out the gate
Definitely.
on attack, but
Definitely.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see no snipers on attack to start.
Ready.
Yeah.
Either that or like Hanzo Ash. And there's the Hanzo! And Sierra of all people. That's...
Ew, stinky!
wait.
Stinky!
Did I get something horribly wrong?
Stinky, stinky Sierra.
I thought... wasn't... Okay, am I insane or was Spasnik on DPS last match?
Spasnik. I think they
thought that was
swapped
the-
out some people.
No, they didn't. They made no swap, they just
5,
swapped roles, which is interesting.
1.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they want to do. Maybe he's a goated on the Zen.
Yeah, maybe he's got the sauce on Zen. There's an argument to be made that technically you're not supposed to do that, but this is Empyrean, we don't care.
Yeah, who knows? They follow a different set of rules, you know?
Yeah, Empyrean rules are something else.
They have the power for jumping in on this side. We're getting pretty stable right now, we're seeing. The high ground soldier. Oh, when the soldier outplays the Sierra, he said this is my high ground, get the hell off of it.
Yep,
And the Zen finding everything on this. Oh, and Queen goes down as well. Oh,
and
not
Queen
looking
gets
good.
hideously staggered. That's the worst part of it. And,
Yep.
and then so does the Kiriko!
Yikes. Yikes. Not looking good for Soldier so far. Maybe they'll pull through in this next fight. We'll see. Already coming up on Soldier all pretty fucking fast.
Yeah,
Same
and
with
of course,
Freya all, but
yeah.
of course it's Freya. She gets
Freya
the
built ult in
cooldown.
about 30 seconds. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not entirely surprising. It's on the same level as a as
The
Pulse
Soldier
Bomb.
goes for the flank. Can't find anybody or just gets kicked off. Oh.
And a little brief little bag on the corpse from, I believe that's both the both Albert and Iggy. But Albert's going super low.
Sea-Dog finding a pig on the door. Unfortunate. I wonder if that headshot was a lucky headshot or a plan. You never know with Hanzo.
It's Empyrean. I'd say it's probably luck.
No, seriously.
Yeah, and then tank gets forced out. That's first point in the books. Solace.
Sierra trying to
They
get
look.
the high ground. Let's see if he makes it out. I doubt it. He's running for his life right now.
The Sierra almost doesn't make it out
Holy.
after getting double stuck by the Freya. Freya did get a minor buff recently, so it's not entirely surprising to see her get play. Especially in a especially in a double hit scan comp, which this map does lean towards. This can be a double hit scan map. Especially that first point. Gets shut down out of the bola shot.
Hey, Jack. By the fucking queen right here. Oh my goodness.
The Imo field comes out about a year late from the BAP. Spasnik's taking the duel onto the Sierra and gets the stomp. But he gets punished by the queen in exchange. Meanwhile, Yukaro is killing the... Yep.
Oh, Pino on the Diva only? Oh no.
No, Diva and Soldier. Yeah, but it doesn't amount to really anything besides zoning. Soldier picks off the Hanzo on cart and...
Finding the pick here. He is in their back line.
You-
Holy.
He gets
Oh my
the
God!
Kiri too! They're just letting him roam free! The queen...
Running for his life. Running
The
for
queen
his life,
goes
finding a
chasing.
pick and running away again. Holy.
And he does get out and gets back to his team. Bap does get pulled in by the queen, but he's far enough away and he does have the boost. Or not! The soldier ult. Yeah, especially in this rank where they're usually pretty good about taking cover, so ults like soldiers are minimized.
You gotta be like creative with his ult most of the time.
Hanzo's super low and does get finished off by the Diva. Fury along with it.
Finding a pick on two from the back line. Well, ooh, Zibby just coming through with these picks, honestly. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a good soldier on a soldier blazer. Won't lie. Especially the flank soldier. I'm loving what I'm seeing him do on the flank.
Yep, that's something that a lot of people underestimate about Soldier. He can just run around.
Yep. Get a pick, run the fuck out of there, run back in, get another pick, run the fuck out of there.
The bowl attacked just like 4 people, but the Suzu negates that for the most part. The Diva gets forced out. Does have the bomb for the remake. And again, Yukaro gets a pick. But he gets traded out by the other soldier that swapped to mirror.
He's like, I need to play soldier, let me play soldier. Let me show about what's going on.
Albert on the JQ is running down the back line, gets hold of them.
It's finding these team fight right now. Ooh, it is not looking good for Vermin right now. A lot of them are down.
They've got maybe one partial recontest here.
They could just right, they could honestly come back. They only have that all.
Yeah. They just have to keep it contest. They can't.
They
Get
have
another
them all.
nut.
Ooh, they touch. They don't come
2
in.
meters to spare. Both the portals come out from
Oh my
from
god,
Solace.
Alpha destroying the whole team. Holy shit.
But that is costly for Solace, though. Both support ults down in a single fight for just the Transcendence. Transcendence can be super valuable, but
Yeah. Fucking using Ezekiel and Real. You're gonna have to cycle those, you know?
yeah, that seems like it was a bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Probably didn't need to use both of them.
I mean, they still have Real, Frail, and
And there's the Kitsune. Albert's gonna get isolated hard here. Can they punish? No.
Ooh, Albert fighting his way out. Maybe still a bit low. He might honestly go for the jungle team off here.
Yeah, the AOE of those Freya bolts are putting a ton of pressure onto Solace's rather clustered back line.
Yeah.
The mirrored visors?
No, unfortunately. No, he gets so low. Super low. All he has to defend heals is not the greatest. Oh, and he finds the pick on the soldier anyway. Holy shit. Oh, Diva dying before Remake. Unfortunate. Oh my god, Albert
But
dies instantly though. Oh god.
oh no, that could have been massive. But he basically wastes the Queen ult.
Yup, now they have like only one ult can go into this, which is has to be all, which is pretty hard to get any value out of by itself. So I
They
think
are coming up on there's Kitsune Rede. And Vermin only has the Transcendence. There's the Transcendence.
oh, he gets one with the ult, gets the Freya, gets two. Oh, but they also find two. Oh, ooh, okay, all right. She's gotta get out of there if she wants to touch again.
Yeah, Solace has managed to stabilize. They only have 3 on point, but the
They're
other
already
2...
on overtime.
Yeah.
Hope Vermin does not capture the time on the clock. Honestly, a GG right there. They're gonna have to find a pick here if they want to win this overtime fight.
Yeah, pushing through this final day is going to be really, really difficult without anyone to take the
On
fight.
the high ground, too.
But they get forced off, and they're killing the Diva, and they wander away from point for just a little too long.
9. How unfortunate. Oh my goodness. That's just unlucky. You gotta make sure. I mean, I'm an overtime forgetter, Andy. I always forget that we're in overtime. So whenever I'm Lucio, do not expect me to touch the point because I do not realize it's overtime. I can see how that happens, but you gotta have one person on point when you're on overtime.
Yeah,
All time.
if they don't get off of cart, that point's over. They have the Diva demech. She doesn't have bombs, so she can't get the instant free remech. They probably snowball a little bit and finish that point, but
Jeez.
you just can't wander off from point.
You can't get hungry for the picks. You can't be greedy, especially when you're in overtime. Your time to be greedy is over once you hit overtime.
Sorry, I don't use creams. I just splash them.
I guess we'll see how Solace plays on the
At
defense
least use
here.
sunscreen.
Some teams are better at defending than they are attacking, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we got Ashe and Sojourn for the DPS lineup for Vermin currently.
Oh, let's see if his Ashe is as good as his soldier.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more long-range pressure, but much less ability to take hard off angles.
Yeah, definitely. You only
And
have
those
one-
off angles, especially on the second point, were super impactful.
Yeah, literally. The kill on the Kiri from the top ropes was just amazing.
Yeah.
And then running out of there. Ooh, and they get the Ashe getting picked off super early. Ooh, and they get the trade though. They get the cast. Ooh, but Albert just finding him big. Jesus Christ, someone ban the jump. Ban the jump. Too powerful, too strong. Ban him.
Yeah,
We're
he's
seeing a
the,
Shion. I love the Shion. Okay.
might be able to get a little bit more pressure on that small room on the off angle.
Would it come in? Boom, like him. Ooh. The Jump's been taking a ton of damage there.
So is the Diva, and the Diva's about to get forced out. Yup, there it goes. They just get diced apart.
Oh my god, the Kiri just, oh my god, absolutely dunking on everybody. Holy shit. Alright, Iggy the dog, finding your picks. Shit.
Honestly, I want to see them do something more to counter this queen. The queen is
Yeah, the queen is definitely their win.
their win
right
con.
now.
Give the DPS someone that can challenge that high ground, because that's the biggest thing that D.Va is contributing so far has been that high ground pressure.
Ooh, and the D.Va finds the pick on the Fury along with the soldier. Yep, just like you said, they gotta push that high ground together, or else they're just not gonna win the fight.
Yup, and the soldier running up along with the D.Va diving. That's what finally.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta have that 3-2 split, or where you have 2 teams to test the high ground, or 3, depending. But they can distract the thing.
They seem content to just let Solace use their ult on this fight. That's the third ult from Solace.
Soldier finding another pick, maybe 3 ults. Lots of ult. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. He just put him to sleep right now.
Just ego their entire backline. So it ends up being a 3-for-2 trade, but one of those two was the D.Va bomb. They really, the only major ult that Vermin used on that fight was the soldier ult, and they got soldier and both support ults from Solace.
Yeah, they're not looking good on ult right now. So Albert probably might come through with some picks, maybe the clean ult, but I guess they're gonna have to see how he plays it. I don't know. He's got a lot of pressure on his hands right now. The ult coming out. Probably not gonna find anyone really.
Bit of a zoning ult. Yup, no picks.
And then dies immediately after. Oh, and the DPS finding 2 picks. Oh, it's not looking good right now. Maybe they can take that. He's pretty low. He's on him. Oh, yeah.
It is just the
Goes
queen
down
on point.
again.
Yep, and it's just the 2 DPS coming back.
They're gonna have to communicate better on these ult usages. They could have had at least Mizuki or Kiri ult for that fight, and maybe could have done a little something more. Maybe McCree could have played a more like risky position with his ult and then get Mizuki ulted, you know, something like that, but they did not have it. I think maybe the only reason McCree ult is about switch, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right after, so.
Back to the soldier mirror.
Oh, the D.Va bomb finding Albert! Oh, no!
You can't do that!
How did he die to a D.Va bomb? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Vermin just taking him down, wiping out the right, another tank.
Yeah. And
Now they're
they
gonna
used
stagger the tank really bad. Oh.
Yeah, they
Not
used
good for them.
they did use Transcendence, but Spasnik has been building that
He's
so
already
quickly.
halfway back.
Yeah, same with D.Va Bomb. That's just they're basically at net nothing on the ult economy.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Solace here. You're gonna have to lock in, just like Vermin did after that first fight.
Yep. They have the sim, but the sim goes down instantly.
Kills himself by accident.
The queen doing a 3-for-1v3, including the ults.
All right, looks like Solace pulled it through this fight. See if they can hold it for the next fight as well.
Here we go for the worst point in the game.
Oh, literally, bro. This is just snipes.
The OC, but he goes super low. Can he get?
No, he died. But they do find a pick on the queen and the soldier. Ooh, and the sim, but the sim gets freaking dead before she dies. unlucky. We got Diva
Again, it's a
Bomb,
two-
so we might be seeing a little bit more risky plays from the Diva coming here.
Yeah. 2 for nothing alt trade, both OC and Kitsune were used there by Vermin.
We got Diva Bomb, but honestly,
And just an instant explosion on the attempted visor.
Diva Bomb. I don't know how. I think that was. They are close to finishing the point, so I guess it's more of a sustain.
They swap off the soldier onto Genji.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. Helping his team find another 2 picks. Damn.
And that's it.
Damn, that's game right there.
Victory.
Vermin winning the second map.
I
Jesus.
think that came down to 2 things, and it was ult economy and matchups or comps, because it seemed like Solace just couldn't quite find the right comp.
Yeah, they kept switching their heroes, and like the only thing that really stayed consistent was the Fury and the Junker Queen. The rest of their team kept swapping a lot between heroes.
Yeah, their DPS line was just swapping constantly.
Yep. Yep. Hey man, but damn, Zimmy coming through with that soldier was a little bit crazy. He put in a lot of work, but Albert also was just destroying them in some of these team fights.
Yeah, Albert's been putting a ton of pressure on from the tank. That his queen is dangerous, but when the
Just
rest of
wasn't
his
enough.
team's the rest of his team was getting folded, Yukaro on the flank on that soldier, just constantly punishing Solace's backline, just gave them nothing to work with.
You think it's going to be a 3-0 here, or you think Solace is going to pull it back?
I have a feeling it's I think if I had to guess what the final scoreline is from this point, I'd say 3-1. I think Solace wins 1 here. Like they get their tank, they get their first ban, they get their map pick, they finally click a little bit, whatever it may be, to get them all on the same page. And then once Vermin has that advantage of first ban, first pick, that's when they finally break the camel's back. That's the tipping point.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I really Albert was really pulling through. We'll see if they ban the Junker Queen here.
Yeah.
But who knows?
We're going to Suravasa, my favorite map in the game. I love this
Yucky.
map so much.
Yucky gross.
Your skill issue, we're going to play this map.
No. If anything, we should play what's that fucking map called? Ilios? No, not Ilios. Fuck Ilios. Lijiang. So I could get them juicy boops on the Lucio.
That will not happen because that is a control map. And the control map this week, as we watched literally 2 maps ago, is Samoa.
Nope, unfortunate. No juicy boop kills on Samoa, unfortunately. It's a little more difficult. But you know what? I'll find a way. Find a way to get those juicy boop kills. Wish we could see some boop kills on this map. Suravasa is also a pretty good boop map, especially that 1 point. There's a lot of open space, a lot of places to fall. Haven't seen any cat. We might see a cat on this map, maybe. Do see a lot of players play cat on this map just because of the, the ult potential of just dropping someone right off the edge. But I doubt it. Most people don't play cat.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, Castian has kind of fallen out of the meta.
Yeah. That other day we had to go against Cat Bastion. Terrible. Honestly terrible. But I guess we'll see. There's no swaps coming in from Solace. Keeping the same lineup. Oh, wait. Will we see a swap? Maybe not, maybe. Ooh, we're seeing a swap on Vermin. Switching out Peacekeeper for Mumpy.
And Salgon in for Spasnik.
Alright. Let's see if this new comp, if it has the same sauce as the old one. Okay, the bans are coming in. See what they ban. I'd be surprised. I mean, I don't know really. I mean, is this a good Junker Queen map? I'm not sure.
It's not a bad Junker Queen map, which maybe Solace goes for a tank ban to protect the JQ. Maybe they think that it's not worth it and Albert can play around it.
Yeah.
Maybe they ban the soldier. I honestly could see it.
Soldier does go crazy on this map.
But like there's just and it's
Ooh.
a Freya ban.
Freya. Don't ban Soldier.
You begging them to not ban his specialty.
Wow. So they go for the Freya ban. Interesting.
Which means that they could ban the Queen here and kind of cripple Solace.
Yep. Because that was really their win condition for a lot of the fights. Well, I guess we'll see. Genji ban.
No, they cannot ban Genji. Because you can't ban 2 DPS.
Damn. I mean, I don't really know what else they would ban. Maybe, probably the Junker Queen is their best bet at this point. Zarya.
Zarya.
I've not seen any Zar played at all this whole fucking match, and they want to ban Zarya. Very interesting.
I mean, yeah, like Zarya's powerful, but in this level of play, you sort of expect teams to be able to live with a Zar, to be able to punish that, and you know, they should have the trigger discipline to not shoot a bubble. At
So I'm surprised
Champ
to see the Zarya ban, honestly. Like, interesting, very interesting, but I guess who knows? Maybe they have an idea, or maybe they just didn't want to ban the Junker Queen because they realize that's only the really thing on their team that's giving them a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, they could be. It could be we didn't think. It could be we didn't think the JQ was the problem, or it could be them saving the JQ ban in case they lose this map and go to a next.
True, true. I mean, I guess we'll see if they even pull out the Junker Queen here. Maybe not.
Yeah, I wouldn't be entirely surprised. This is a map that can suit brawl and rush comps fairly well. So it would not surprise me.
Here, let's see.
And yep, there's the JQ.
Yep. Albert sticking to the JQ. Getting a lot of picks last game. Probably like, might as well stay on this girl right now.
Hideki on the Cass.
The Pharah.
Yeah, the Pharah is the interesting one. Pharah can be very, very effective on this map. There is a lot of open space, but also a lot of
especially with the soldier
vertical cover. Yeah.
You would think they wouldn't pick that, but I guess, I don't know, maybe they think, oh, I can avoid the soldier if I play, you know, certain areas. Which you can, I mean, honestly, if you play Pharah right, you can honestly be nice to hit scans more than they are to you.
And the other thing is that Yukaro is not really a hit scan main. He has told me before that he is primarily a a flex DPS, so it's not all that surprising to see him on the Tracer and not the Soldier on this map.
Yeah, honestly though, the Tracer's probably gonna have a hard time.
Ryan fucks up his charge and goes down instantly. Oh no!
Unfortunate, honestly. We might be seeing some swaps come from Vermin after this fight. Not sure, but maybe. Unlucky on that Ryan pin, honestly. Got caught on a pole or something.
Yeah, got caught on a railing. The Pharah goes super low. Tracer almost gets the kill, but not quite, and they're able to stabilize. They just know the Tracer's over there. Door trying to poke him out, build the rail so he can snipe the Pharah out of the sky. Reality wins the Mizuki duel. Hideki shuts down the Tracer with the Cassidy.
Ooh, Pharah and the door both super low, but Pharah ends up killing herself, unfortunately.
Yeah, several members of Solace were still alive, but they'd left the point, so that's just a relatively free cap for Vermin. Zelgon gets an early pick onto the Cassidy, which just sort of makes them stall out for a bit here. Wheaton goes down too.
And the support just cleaning them up right now. Holy.
Yeah, that's 4 confirms in a row for the support players of Vermin. From Selgon in reality.
They're DPSing right now. They are in their DPS bag right now.
To be fair, that's Mizuki and Kiriko. If you're going to have a lot of DPS, that's not entirely... Massive Shatter! And he gets 2 with it! The Queen ult doesn't really get any joy, and they can't even reach point in time.
Unfortunate. Oh.
They do end up kind of winning the fight, but it's, you know, it's an empty victory because they didn't get the point. They used Queen ult there and didn't really gain anything from it.
Another wasted Queen ult. They are getting really so far really low. Ooh, both DPS going down pretty low. Already at the point.
Oh, and a massive far ult. The Sanctuary. Yeah, the Sanctuary is just a bit too late, and really Vermin just need to reset here.
Yeah.
Ryan shielding their way out.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It happens that we all Ajax at some point, you know?
Yeah, that is... The impact of that far ult is not just the kills.
Yep, we got the ult out, and
Yeah.
Tracer dropping the pulse bomb out of her pocket.
Mirror Kitsune rushes on the point. I think Solace was a little bit later, so they're going to... They have theoretical advantage here. Albert's low, but no shield on the line.
Ooh. Oh! T-Dog getting the boop on the Soldier. Oh, and goes down. T-Dog finding another one. Another 2. And yep. Solace just wins this team fight here. I guess we'll see if they're gonna win the point outright. I mean, if Vermin can touch again, maybe they can win a team fight, but honestly, they're gonna have to keep it up for a while.
Worst part of that, the thing that I didn't even realize was that the door had ripped OC before he got booped off the map, so that's just nothing from the OC.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
And that's the point.
Alright, it's 1-1 right now. Ooh, looking pretty even. We question the Pharah, but it seems to be working out for them pretty well, honestly. The Pharah getting a lot of picks.
Yeah, that's gotta be... The door needs to land his rails a bit better. Unfortunately, there's not like a Malga or a Hog to farm that rail off of. Queen doesn't have any shielding, but she's also a smaller target.
Ooh, that Shatter comes from line to find anything.
No, they do not. They find next to nothing, and the Queen ult comes out in response, and that's that fight.
Honestly, huge Queen ult there.
Yep. That's a free first cap on the third point for Solace.
Still not seeing any swaps coming from Vermin. They're just keeping the same team comp here. Honestly, was expecting to see a pull out maybe another hit scan, but I guess not. Sticking with the Tracer, even though the Tracers, it's gonna be hard to find any pick the Tracers in that time. They got a Kree, and these Repeaters are pretty good against Tracer, so it's gonna be hard for them to find a pick.
Yeah. Oh, but big fire strike onto the Kiriko. That's the first pick.
Ooh, Seedog finding the Tracer. Unfortunately. Ooh, trading Izuku, both teams. Oh, and he gets pooped once again by the Pharah. Unfortunately.
No, that wasn't a boop. He just went in the pit himself. That's the worst part. There was no boop in the kill feed. That was just him sliding in.
Oh, I was hoping it was just a glitch, you know, how sometimes it'll get I definitely really just a small
They
right.
touched. They get the one touch. This is just.
Oh, yikes. Albert destroying them. I'd be surprised if we do not see a Junker Queen ban at all during this match.
Yeah, the
Junker Queen is just destroying them right now.
Yeah, no. If Vermin loses this map, I absolutely see a JQ ban.
Oh, they're pulling out the soldier. The Vermin finally made a swap. I was expecting to see the soldier a lot sooner, but I guess not.
Yeah, and now they've got double hit scan, which hopefully should keep that Pharah mitigated.
I mean, if
But
you
Yukara goes down early on the flank to the Cassidy.
Ooh, unfortunate!
This ends now.
Oh, damn. Blocking out that entire wall right there. Good Mizuki ult there, honestly.
Yeah, the door just had nothing to work with. Ryan just barely. I was going to say Ryan just barely manages to get out, but he doesn't fully.
Ah.
Reality swapping off the Mizuki to the Lucio. I don't hate the swap. It's just I'm not sure about the Reinhardt. Oh no, another early pick from Seadog on the Pharah.
They have just not. Oh, but soldier fighting a pick on the retreat. Oh, and then a soldier goes down right after. They're just not able to pick themselves back up. They keep staggering and getting picked off before they can fight.
And again, the Lucio goes down early.
Coming out.
They do kill the tank. They just need to. Do they touch?
Not looking good.
Ryan gets chained, and that's it.
Hey, damn. It's looking like your prediction's coming to true. 3-1.
Yep.
You never know what's gonna happen in Overwatch. Every time you think someone's gonna stomp.
Is this the far ult that forced out the? Oh no, it wasn't the one that forced out the sanctuary. That it's the boop onto the overclocking,
Double
sojourn,
kill.
and then a cleanup.
Wow, interesting. Guess we're gonna see how this one plays out.
Again, if they don't ban the queen here,
That would be interesting, honestly. This queen has been carrying.
yeah, it's Albert and Seadog. Seadog put in a ton of work.
Yeah, that Pharah was going crazy on that map, honestly.
Yeah.
So I guess
And again,
we'll
they
see.
swapped to the soldier to counter it, but it was part of it was too little, too late, and part of it was there's just a lot of cover for the Pharah to work around.
And the soldier was mostly just picking off the other DPS and then getting picked off by the Pharah right after.
Yeah.
It honestly seemed like the Pharah was just waiting to see where the soldier was before, going in for the kill. The sacrificial lamb, some people call it.
Let me double check. I believe it is. Yes, it is. King's
Oh,
Row
yeah.
is.
Kings! I love King's Row. I always get 0 deaths on Juno here. Me and Nuko going 0 deaths in our match that one time. Pretty clean. You have me to thank for that, Nico, by the way. I was healing you the whole time.
My Iris is just a threat, except it would get folded in about 5 seconds by the people in this
Terrorist.
division.
Nah, you'd be good. You'd be chilling.
My D5 tank up against a full roster of champs. Get
Why,
fucking folded like an omelet.
yeah, literally, I'd be fucking burned alive if I try to play tank in these fucking lobbies. Holy. I feed a little too much. Like to be aggressive on the tank. Like to be all up in there. Ooh, King's Row. I would say most of the time the defenders have an advantage on this map.
Yeah.
'Cause that
Especially
first
on that
choke
first
is
point.
just- yeah, that first choke is just diabolical.
Yeah, if you've got just like basically every other hybrid map.
Yep.
It is not
Fucking first
hard to.
choke sucks.
Yep.
Fucking sucks so bad, dude. They really need to fix that problem in Overwatch. It's so bad.
Yeah. The new map, which over God's admins of Mythos, if you see this, put Neon Junction in the map pool next season.
Yes, do it. That map is actually pretty good first choke. There's a lot of ways to push.
Yeah. It's very King's Row. It's
They're
reminiscent
banning
of
the
King's
Pharah.
Row, but and they banned the Pharah. Okay, yeah, I can see that. But honestly, I feel like Sea Dog would pull out the Genji here.
Yeah, definitely not a far on King's Row. I'm just not seeing that.
Yeah, and again, they're leaving the Queen on the table.
That's
And Albert's-
crazy. I would ban the Queen immediately.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Neon Junction and King's Row?
Yeah, they have a lot of similarities, like aside from King's Row going to the left from attacker spawn versus Neon to the right, it's that same like choke into a statue that sort of gives you a split and onto the point with a bunch of high
yeah.
grounds around it.
It is kind of like King's Row now that you say that. Yeah, I see that definitely. But like, yeah, the difference is though, there's like a lower spot where you could go through the choke through another way. I think it's like on the left side. You can go through that door and go around the statue.
Yeah,
to, like, the side of
there's
it.
height, there are better angles onto the defending positions from the attackers.
Okay, I guess it looks like an Orisa ban and a Pharah ban. Interesting.
Yeah, the Orisa ban is interesting. They're sending my normal pick for this map into the glue factory.
They're like, we don't want to see that fucking Orisa. Get her out of here. Get her out of here. Banner, banner, banner. Banner now. Which is interesting because we only saw the Orisa come out in the first matchup. We haven't really seen her picked after that. So
And the Orisa
it's
worked.
really confusing.
The Orisa worked really well into the Queen. That's the.
Yeah. I just don't understand what these bans are, but
Yeah, like Sea Dog has been putting in a ton of work, but they're just letting Albert get a ton of free value onto a hero that honestly isn't particularly strong at the moment.
yeah, like you would think they would go for that ban, but like maybe they just don't respect Albert enough. Maybe they're like, ah, sure, he's getting like 4 picks every fight, but we can deal with that. I just don't see. I just don't see the thought process behind that.
I do like the May pick here, though.
Mango's
That
deadly
May
on
is going to
top.
make it super easy to punish the queen. Echo's interesting. And he whiffs the first
the
May
wall.
wall. Oh no. And the tank's gonna die here. Or not. They missed the chain.
One thing about tank is that you have to watch out for that bastion form. It can melt you immediately.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many supports you got on the team, that's not good. That bastion form goes up again. Overkill. Nay. May find a cheeky wall here. Force out the ice block, and she dies. Albert finding two. Why you should have been the Joker Queen? Oh my goodness. They take
Yeah, the door
first
finds a
one pretty
consolation
easily.
headshot on the Sea Dog. The Junker Queen swap off the Echo is a fascinating choice. That's a pretty decent first cap for Solace.
They have a Junkrat. Ban him. Ban him now. Get this Junkrat out of here, man. Honestly. Oh, of course he gets to pick on the McCree because he's Junkrat. You know how that goes. He finds a sneaky tire, but he's back in the top rope.
But Door shuts it down with the rail.
Fucking him and his whole fucking existence. Taking out the tire. Oh my goodness, how Albert destroying them on the Queen. When will they get the idea to ban Queen? I have no clue. But hey, it's really up to
Yeah.
them.
It's that combo of Sea Dog pumping out damage towards the back line and Albert just
Leave it all up.
ripping them apart.
Janitor. Taking down the floors, mopping them all up. Please get some fat jumper team off here. I please stop it.
There's another pick.
Ends now.
Ban the Junkrat. Ban him now. There's Junkrat. Junkrat fighting a pig on the ride, and then Solace just cleaning up the rest of the team. There are 5 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes on the clock.
They did use both support ults from Solace, but when you get the first point done that quickly, it honestly doesn't entirely matter. Good early pick from Taro onto the Kiri. Pretty big. Swapped over to the Sigma off the Rhine, and
After destroying the Queen, not letting her escape at all.
the chain and rock combo just
Ultimate stun.
evaporating.
Fun City right there. Holy. You hate to see the hinders on the They're coming in. They have Junker King balls. They might honestly use this fight. Start going down.
And of course, he misses the rock on the Queen. Shout comes out. Bastion gets slightly sped around the corner
Are you
by
gonna
the
go for a
Queen.
easy ult here?
Gets punished in exchange for he took out the
Got there. Joker Queen having a big hole fighting another team. Jesus. T-Dog and Albert just like destroying them. Not letting them breathe whatsoever. Especially in the Junkrat. Oh, it could be fat.
The rock destroys the tire,
But they still get the point because of the delay from the tire. Honestly, this is not looking good for Vermin right now.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to wake it up again. They're gonna have to lock back in.
Initiating match.
Maybe. I mean, listen, some people do better on the attack than they do defense, so I guess we'll see. But honestly, it was not looking good. They have 3 minutes. 3 minutes on the clock. So let's
Yeah.
hope Vermin could get the same amount of time, if not more, but that's a hard feat to accomplish on King's Row, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Gotta pause.
Who disconnected?
All right, we're starting up again. Just a little bit of a lag spike, a little laggy spike. That's why everyone you gotta have that Ethernet cable. Ethernet never fails. Excuse me.
Also looks like the same comp from Solace and a mostly swap from
Yeah, we got the Reaper now, the Wu Yang, the Kiri, and the Freya. Interesting.
which I think the Kiri is the only hero left from their initial starting lineup. They
Yeah, the
did
Kiri
swap
never
the
leaves.
Sigma towards the end of the first
pat.
the end of the first half. It did work fairly well. It wasn't a bad pick. Does a good job of zoning Queen between the high poke damage and rock, but it just wasn't enough. Arrow is on Xion instead of Reaper. Wow, Mumpy gets super low right off the bat, but they managed to stabilize with hands and kill the Queen.
Unfortunate.
Just the attacker sighted King's Row.
The Junkrat as well.
Harsh stagger onto the Junkrat, and he's going to spawn all the way in the back.
Alright, they're finding this first point pretty fast, just like they did. Like I said, we do better on the attack. Another Xion. Love to see it. Love to see Xion play.
They swapped off the Bastion to Mei, which is a fascinating pick. Traps his own Queen in a fucking corner. But Queen's kind of isolated here. She's going to get forced out, but the Mei wall does do a good job of covering the
Almost finding a pick on the Junkrat. Super low.
Junkrat does go down. The rock misses, though. While they do a little bit of zone, and Queen just gets blown up.
Jesus Christ, she got destroyed.
You know, this is the solution to Queen giving you trouble. It's have a lot of poke damage. A lot of poke, a lot of burst damage.
The Queen doesn't really have anything to sustain long term. Like, she doesn't have a shield like Sigma or Ram. She doesn't have like an ability to really get out as fast. Sure, she has shout, but most of the time, like, it's not enough to get her out.
And if you're not playing a brawl comp, there's getting a lot of constantly up. She just doesn't have a whole ton of sustain. She relies on quick burst damage each of those range.
Without it,
Yeah. Ooh, massive grip.
no, coming out. Yes.
Honestly, I would take that if I was Vermin here. The Xion does get back a lot faster than a Mei.
Yeah. 100%. Xion can be back in the fight any second now again. That motorcycle.
Oh no, reality goes down really early to the Soj rail. Axe and shout all but, and it's a fat Suzu to counter out the Queen ult.
Oh my goodness, you hate to see it.
The Sigma does still die though from all the other bleeds. Queen gets traded out.
Ooh, okay, they're finding these picks.
They are up, and wow, they might actually turn this fight completely around.
They're looking that way, unless they can get another touch in, they might be able to take it back but it's not looking like they're trying to touch whatsoever.
Yeah. That the front line from Vermin is just getting a little bit too aggressive.
Them tapping 4 minutes. They might get more time depending on how these next fights go.
Yeah. I don't think they'll get quite as much time, especially after Yukaro and Dor die early there. But they'll definitely still have a decent time bank for the OT.
Yeah, it's not looking like they're gonna put more time in them. There's maybe it's not bad, but I'm hoping they still get time on the clock rather than.
Albert's super low, and there he finally goes down. C-Dog rips the OC.
I think this thing was super low, but not finding anything and dies, unfortunately. These overclocks have been rough, I won't lie.
Yeah, that Kitsune rush from Solgon definitely changed the tides. However, they did use both support ults there.
They got a Widow. They're pulling out the Widow on the very interesting.
And Yukaro got splattered against the wall
And the Widow
by that Widow.
Onto the Shion. Ooh, and they find it on the Freya as well. They're playing a more aggressive angle here. They have to be careful. Widow's super squishy. Ooh, and Widow goes down to the floor. What's gonna happen as soon as the car playing out? Not finishing the kill on the defense, but they're gonna find it anyway.
Swap off. Sierra off.
Back.
Massive Suzu to save the Sigma from Queen ults.
Holy! Zim just finding these picks and winning them the fight. They do have less time significantly on the clock, but they still have time.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just see who could push it further.
Yeah, no, that's it. That is a decent time bank. That's still almost a minute and a half in the bank for Solace. But that 2 minutes is not nothing. That's still a decent chunk for Vermin to work with.
Yeah, I mean, you could honestly fumble a 2-minute lead so easily in this game. So honestly, it just comes down to how they play both of these fights and how fast they take first point.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a full hold here. Very possible, but I guess we're gonna see. Hopefully no full holds. I hate to see full holds. Worst thing ever.
Worse than that would be a mirrored full hold.
Yeah, for real. Just a draw.
Yeah. Please don't make me cast 6 maps.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, I guess we'll see. We're gonna have to have Vermin win this one if this is gonna be the last one we cast. But I don't know. It's looking pretty even right now. So let's go either way.
Yeah. Good rock onto the May, but she's got the ice block. She's fine in the long run. Or she's getting super aggressive. They could punish the May.
Coming again! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Queen, bro, they got a banner. Throwing at this point.
Yeah. If
Finding these picks. Holy.
there is not a Junker Queen ban or any tank ban on the final map, they're just throwing.
Definitely throwing.
They completely negate the Queen's shout, but she gets Suzu, she gets hacked, so she's fine. They managed to punish the Sierra, who's out of position with her drone. The Queen gets trapped in a corner with a rock to the mouth. Using
Damn,
both.
reality coming out with the picks once again. Jesus.
Yeah. Wu Yang can churn out so much damage. I do find it kind of amusing that the final blow on the Queen was done by the wave from Wu Yang.
There's a splash of water killing her. A splash of water.
He got killed by the by both earth and water benders.
Ooh, them running into the Reaper and losing a big chunk of health. Oh my goodness. None of them dying. Everything else comes out and fight.
Sierra. Ooh, doesn't get the smooth. Hank doesn't get the Suzu, but it doesn't. Well, it didn't matter for him, but the rest of his team gets folded, and Albert again is just running it down.
Finding one with the all single spray of Jesus Christ, Junker Queen just putting in the work, and that's
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they did not get it too far. We'll see, we'll see.
To 3.
Let's see if Vermin can pull it back.
Switching sides.
They gotta ban the Junker Queen if they want to win this next map, honestly.
Yeah, if they don't, if Vermin doesn't get the full hold here, and they don't ban the JQ, that's just.
It's just crazy.
What are we even doing, gang?
Like, are we alive here? Are we thinking what's happening? Or are we not? seeing
My
the Junker Queen
extremely amateur, my high tier shitter analysis is, you're getting your shit caved in by Junker Queen.
ban? That's the problem right there, guys. That is the problem.
They swap off the Xion to Ash for the defense. I don't hate it.
I don't know. Ash might get picked super fast here.
Yeah, that it really depends on if Sea-Dog lands that first headshot.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna have to farm Bob here super fast if you want to have it for the recontest. It's just a lot of pressure being Ash, especially in the front.
5, 4.
Have the
3,
Widow
2,
starting out. Let's see if we
1.
can get a cheeky pick in the first 2 seconds.
Defend
We have a lot of
objective
time, so. Oh, not finding anything on the Widow. Swapping back to the Sierra. Disgusting. But hey, do what you gotta do, you know? Play the Sierra. I'll play the Sierra. Everyone on the high ground is putting in the work on the tank. Holy shit, with the back up. Really awesome.
He fumbles the rock too. Oh no, there's the other
Oh,
one.
and then trying to pick on the Sierra. We're taking charge of this high ground. Oh! He's the ass completely destroying the Reaper, getting a quad headshot on the Reaper.
Yep.
Holy
They get
shit.
the first tick over on the point, but they don't get any further than that. But Albert's taking the high ground here.
Oh, God.
The Ash down that hallway will be dangerous, though.
Ooh. I mean, the penalty and the Sierra. Oh my goodness. And the
Here he goes down. It's just the JQ. She does get the Kiri, but
Thank God they put that JQ down. They got any more picks.
yeah.
He was coming through there. You could tell. After that Q.
Now we're down to 2 minutes. And the thing is, yeah. Honestly, I honestly really like Vermin's lineup specifically for defense. That level of hope is just so good. But they lose 2 picks early. They do have the bomb for the contest, but he gets blown up.
Holy.
And that's gonna be the capture. The question
We
is,
have a minute on the clock though, so we'll see if they can win this next team fight. They win the game, but if not,
objective.
they're gonna have to
Yeah.
go on to a third map.
Stop the aim.
yeah, Vermin does probably have the time to get back to contest contest, especially Yukaro on the Reaper, but do they get more than that?
Fine, any pick to win in this match. Out here.
Just barely managed.
Work with again, holy shit. Joker Queen is just diabolical. And
Yeah.
the match. Oh my goodness. Now it's 2-2. Ooh, this last map is the map.
Yeah, that it all comes down to this next map, and it has to be push.
Listen, man, after you play the game, they better be thinking in their little brain, hey, we gotta abandon something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Albert's just as nasty on the other tanks as Joker Queen. I guess we're gonna have to see. Haven't really seen him play anything else besides Joker Queen and maybe a little bit of Diva, you know, stuff here and there, but it's mostly been JQ, so.
Yeah, and he has been running it down.
Definitely, like, holy shit. Let's hope. Let's hope that the Joker Queen doesn't absolutely stomp them in once again, but it honestly depends on them.
Yeah, I want to see them. So it has to be push, which means it is Coliseo, Esperanza, or Queen Street. Honestly, I want to see them go to Queen Street here.
But they probably won't. They'll probably end up picking Coliseo.
Yeah. Like, I think stylistically, I think it suits Vermin better. They've definitely done better against Solace when they've had the space to work with, when they've had the longer range engagements.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against that JQ, and playing JQ on Queen Street can be a nightmare.
Which is crazy, because, you know, it's her map.
No. That's New Junk City. That's her map. Not a. If we're talking about New Queen Street, the one in fucking Toronto. That's Sojourn's map.
Yeah, fuck that map.
But they go to Esperanza.
Yep.
I have to say, I am a big fan of Esperanza. They swap Peacekeeper back in for their tank. No more Reinfart. No more. No more of that. Let's see if they swap Spasnik back in.
I don't know, maybe. Let's see what they ban, most importantly. Like,
Yeah, again,
they have to respect the Queen. They have to respect it. They have not been respecting the Queen so far, and I feel like that's their biggest problem.
Yeah.
Because the Queen and Sea Dog are putting in the work. They really are.
Yeah, it has been Albert and Sea Dog just dragging Solace to the victory line. They desperately need to shut down this reverse sweep, though.
Yep. We'll see, though. I mean, they've been tripping, not doing it this whole time. Any swaps coming in from Solace? Probably not.
Yeah, they can swap roles. They are supposed to clarify roles before, like, that does actually need to be the order. But they don't have any substitutes to put in.
Yeah. I know this Junker Queen right now. It's just like, scrumdiddlyumptious. 'Umptious. Honestly, I would think about giving Albert the MVP for this match because they have just been creaming on them. Honestly,
Yeah, it's and what
they banned the
is
Mizu Vermin. What is going on?
again? They
What are
leave the
they
queen in
doing?
play. And they Solace bans Soldier.
Yep, Vermin's cooked here. They're cooked here. Why would they ban the Mizu? It's just unbelievable.
I think it's Peacekeeper wanting to play Diva. I think that's the biggest
But
thing is
seriously, I mean, come
but
on.
again, there are other ways to work around Mizuki and
Yeah,
but
like especially he's a support. Their tank though is putting in the work. You would
They
think they would ban her.
yeah, they keep getting run down by the queen.
I don't know what's happening. If they're just not seeing the
So
queen on their screen and they just
yeah.
think nothing. I don't know what's going on, but that is crazy that they do not ban the queen there.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ishvara's
And last time they beat the queen, it was off the back of a heavy poke comp with Zen in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that Zen is a major factor, but their Zen player or the person who was playing Zen in that map, I would assume that more than one person can play Zen.
Yeah, hopefully.
But Spasnik was the one playing Zen that match or that map, and he's not in.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, Zen was banned. I'm pretty sure.
ready for battle.
So maybe they'll pull him out.
No. Zen was not banned.
Damn. I don't know. Albert's still on the Trucker Queen though. So
Yeah. The door on Torbjorn to start. We love to
Alright.
see it.
hopefully we're gonna see some hammer kills in this game.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, again, the queen is just gonna come out and run them
They got
over.
the Queen, the Reaper, Cass, Kiri, and Lucy on the start. Well, they have Wu Yang, Kiri, Freya, Tracer, Diva. They're going for more of a divey kind of comp. So we'll see if they're going to be able to pull off these dives well or not.
Yeah, and like they've got decent pokes from the Wu Yang and from the Freya, but again, there's no one for the Diva and the Tracer to dive aside from the Fury, but Fury can get out or TP in and immediately get blown up by Freya. Freya is getting run down by the Queen, but honestly, you'll take the Queen removing herself from the fight while you run down the rest of her backside.
Yep, keep her flying. Damn.
Queen's super low, just barely sustaining with the shout, and that's the cleanup.
Damn, yep. See, that's what you gotta do in these kind of comps. Wait for their tank to separate and then just destroy the rest of the team.
Yeah. You kind of have to let someone be that sacrificial lamb in order to bait
Yeah.
the... Give
And it
the
looks like
queen
they're
an easy
Freya.
target and walk down. And they swap off the queen!
Oh my god,
to
okay.
Diva.
The Albert on the Rid of the Ooh, and yep, just as I said, as soon as the Diva goes in, they push on their switch.
Yep. Arrow punishes Fury early. Diva's super low and does get demeched in the end. Cassidy's kind of isolated now. He should get punished by the Diva here, unless Lucio cares him out. Oh yeah, no, they get the C2. But they're still forcing the engage.
Oh my god, they don't give a fuck. They still got the Cassidy. They say, no, we're getting him. He is getting got. And they did get him. Huge stagger though, honestly. Come back to
Diva Peacekeeper's kind of isolating himself now. Right, he's got the Fury right with him, and as they get forward spawn, there's the noon from the cast. He gets Suzu'd and speed boosted as he just tries to power walk towards everyone. They use it as a bit of a zoning ult. He doesn't get any picks from it. And Reality's just blowing up their back line. Peacekeeper punishes the cast.
Oh my goodness, it is not.
And that's just a cleanup. They
Oh my god.
they locked the fuck in.
Maybe there were sandbags in the last game. Who knows?
He managed. Yukaro manages to punish the Reaper before he can shadow step out, and he's just sitting in this corner, afraid of everything.
They've already pushed it past the point where it's like basically the game's won at this point, especially on
Yeah, what is it? I'm blanking on the.
Once it's past the halfway point, that's how you know. It's really hard to come back from that. That's not impossible.
It's from both
Yeah,
teams.
it's fine, you know.
From fullbacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna get stick. Obviously, the coin comes out.
Albert's just in Narnia on Roadhog now.
Oh my god, it's very finding
The Reaper gets exploded. He gets one pick on Hog, but he's getting exploded. And now it's just desperation touches for
It's really hard to come back.
Solace. How does Yukaro survive there? He gets down to 1 HP while he's
He's been a 1
flashbang.
HP this whole time, and nobody has hit him. Not even
And that's it.
been on 90 health.
Nope. They got a little bit more stall, and there it is.
Wow.
They just
Wow. All right,
they
well,
dodged the reverse sweep, and that was dominant from Vermin there.
yeah, they just completely stomped on them in that map. Holy. I guess in the Dooku ban, maybe they knew something we didn't. Honestly, maybe they knew they didn't have to ban Queen here.
Yeah, they put Peacekeeper in. They enabled the Diva, and he just ran them over.
Oh, crazy. Crazy match. I mean, honestly, I got what I wanted. It wasn't a clean 3-0, which
Yeah.
I hate to see. It was pretty interesting, pretty even on both sides most of the time.
Yeah.
Albert was putting in work in those first 3 maps. I won't lie, but this last map kind of fumbled a bit.
Yeah. I think Albert was definitely the MVP of the maps that Solace won.
Definitely.
Actually, I'd argue that I think it was Sea Dog on Suravasa and then Albert on King's Row.
Yeah, definitely. Because Albert was just finding those picks on the squishies every fight.
But I think overall, it might be a little bit out there, but I might have to go with Peacekeeper as the overall MVP because, well,
I don't know. I would say
They-
Albert because Albert was putting in a lot of work.
yeah,
on the map.
honestly, I think it might be a JS Jigari, I think is the
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely
I'm
putting those two.
I'm thinking of there is a hockey goaltender who won the playoff MVP award while still losing the playoffs, and I think we have to give that to Albert. I think he may have lost the map, but he was the driving force in keeping them in.
Yeah. He was just finding those fucking picks every fight, getting at least 3 or 4. It was crazy.
Yeah, he really did keep Solace in that. It was a good match overall, though. Very
Pretty good
entertaining. Yeah,
Cheers to the teams, honestly.
a lot of back and forth on King's Row, especially. That
Oh yeah.
King's Row was neck and neck.
Definitely. But yeah, pretty good game. GG's to both teams.
Yeah, it wasn't an Empyrean phoning it in performance.
Just glad not to see a 3-0, honestly.
Yep, that's the main thing. It's not a 3-0. We will take that. Yep, but
Deuces.
that will be all from us. Adios, everyone.
Bye.
vegetable of heaven when I was denied. Cities cracked, men perished. And you know what? It felt glorious. Keep your pathetic happy hotel with your little trust falls. I'll be building worshippers outside your painted walls. When the exorcists come flying, when the holy trumpets blow, you'll find out that a lover's wrath is the darkest thing below. Try to heal their hearts, Charlie, but I own their pulse.